Hello, welcome to the second part, creating the main theme of the world's biggest holography show. I've linked you the first part here, but at first let's listen to the music. So we've got three parts: the main theme in C major, bridge, and the main theme in D major. Let's listen to the bridge. So I wanted to have a bridge modulating from C to D and not just a simple jump. So let's say we do this and simulate a simple jump from C to D. It's okay, but it's not nice in my opinion. So what did I do here? Let's go to the keys, and now I play the chords. So at first we've got C major and then C minor playing E flat. Next, the similar thing with F major and F minor. Now we take the G power chord, but changing the bass. So we could say this is A flat 7, and then the bass note is leading to D, from E flat to D. Okay, and let's have a look what is going on here. We've got some mood sounds or atmospheric sounds. Together with Tobias Bülow, we recorded a lot of stuff, not just for this cue, for a lot of other cues. And here is the boat monochord. Next is the Rainmaker. And we recorded the handpan. Sorry, here standing tempura. That is not right. Let's say handpan. And you can see here I change the volume and I just transpose it. Very simple. Next is the instrument Ikunurukilo. And then we've got some more percussion, some sticks. Then we have choir. We've got two different choirs here. This one isn't playing anything at this part. First of all, we've got the Freya choir from Strizov sampling. And next are the Men by Orchestral Tools, Metropolis Arc 1, just the Men. Both together. And we've got more choir going on. I wanted to have some shouts. And here we've got Wotan by Strizo Sampling 2. And more choir. I recorded an overtone in a church on my own and created some contact patches. And I love this sound because let's listen where the original key is. The root key is at A sharp 2, so this one. And now I add an octave lower and another octave lower, and all three together. I really love this sound. So they are creating some deep atmosphere. Now I'm adding a bass, and here we've got the zebra bass. And some people ask me, Tim, are you using arpeggiators? Sometimes yes, and sometimes no. Here you can see I did play them all on my own. I like this because every note has another accent. And after the R bass, I want to have some more high frequencies or harmonics. Now I'm adding the action strings. And at the end, I doubled the tempo here. and I just use the basic rhythm, just all the things you can see here and nothing more. But for this, action strings is really great. And the lyra is coming again, but playing now something else. Playing like a motor and giving some drive, and for this we got more instruments. And the next instrument is the bandura. Another conga. Then I played some metals, doubled the tempo, and automated the volume fader. And now we've got another choir singing with a lot of energy. And now we have some children speaking or shouting. And we've got a bowl playing 2 notes. So what about the inserts? At first I use the Max Bass Stereo. And another plugin that makes more difference is the decapitator. You see the mix knob is here, let's say 25 or 30%. Let's turn it to wet. So this is too much, and I could do this for having less drive, but I wanted to have this drive. Just turn the mix down. And then you can hear the bowl better in the whole mix because it doesn't just sound like a sine wave. And here we've got 2 different bells. These are the instruments I've chosen for the Antarctic, and they're coming from Omnisphere and from Heaviosity on the cowbell floaters. And there's just some EQing going on. But another instrument we've got here is the dulcimer. And that's all. So, because I wanted to have a lot of instruments just playing a few things, and we've got another thing. We've got 2 didgeridoos. Let's hear them. The second is to lift you up into the next bar. And let's have a look what I did here with the processing. At first, this is the dry signal. Too much bass is going on, so I didn't use the low cut, just a low shell filter. And next is the decapitator. You see drive a little bit, and then I use the low cut and I pushed the tone a little bit too bright. So now we have very crispy sound. And the other didgeridoo, I did it at the audio file on its own. Here I reduced some reverb by Eken Digital with a Devibrate, great tool, and stage 1. And another instrument I recorded is the doumbek with the real doumbek. And as you can see, I did some audio quantization. Okay, let's listen to the part here. At last, let's talk about the mastering. A lot of people asked, what do you and the master? At last, let's talk about the master channel. At last, let's talk about the mastering because a lot of people are. At last, let's talk about the mastering because a lot of people asked, what do you do on your master chain? Sometimes there are a lot of plugins going on, but here you see there are just 2 plugins. I've deactivated the Galfos, and sometimes I use it on the master, sometimes on groups, and sometimes on single signals. Here I used it just to check what can I do better in the mix, and then I deactivated this one. Then here we've got the Ozone 8, but just using the equalizer, reducing some low frequencies and some high frequencies. That's all. And then we've got the UAD precision limiter just for getting more volume. It's not for getting the limiter working hard, just rising up the volume. And yeah, why do I have so less plugins? A lot of people think that the great sound is coming from the master chain, and I try to avoid this. And the second thing is, when you are working in stereo, yes, you can have a great master chain, but we started in stereo and we want to create or to deliver the sound in the future in surround or Dolby Atmos. And for a format like this, you can't have a master chain. So you have to create great mixed signals. And this is why I wanted to prepare this now and have a great mix. And in the future, it won't be really magic to add some of this to single signals or perhaps to all the channels at the speaker. And when you want to have more volume at the speaker, I don't use the limiter. I just say to the technician for the show, just rise up the volume. That's all. So not a lot going on at this project. So this has been the main theme for the world's biggest holography show. When you like this video, please give me a thumb up. When you get some questions or suggestions, just leave a comment. See you on the next time. Bye.